Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're diving deep into a classic.
Of a classic, love those.
Yeah, Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. This book, it uses a pretty simple story, but it's meant to kind of help us all understand how we deal with change in our work lives, our personal lives, all that, right? Two mice
Okay.
and two tiny humans
Right.
looking for cheese in a maze.
Sounds relatable.
Right.
Yeah.
I think most of us have felt like that at some point.
Absolutely. And I think that's, the real beauty of a parable like this. It lets us look at these like big, messy emotions, reactions,
Yeah.
but in a way that feels safe and honestly kind of fun.
Right. Okay, so let's break down like this cheesy metaphor.
Okay.
So the cheese, right?
Yeah.
What does that represent?
Well, I think it's anything that we want, that we desire in life.
Yeah.
Could be a job that you really love.
Oh, yeah.
Good relationship, financial security, even just like peace of mind.
Right.
Anything you're looking for, that's the cheese.
Yeah. Okay. And so then the maze is like, I guess, all the different places, environments.
Exactly.
Where we try to go after those things.
Yeah. So it could be your job. It could be like the community you live in.
Yeah.
Heck, it could even be your own head. Just like all those thoughts and beliefs you have swirling around.
So true.
We're all running around in a maze trying to find our cheese.
Yeah. And just like in the book, sometimes that cheese can just like disappear.
Oof.
Right. Like gone.
Yeah.
Like think about, in your own life when something that you really relied on that gave you comfort or happiness, it just like suddenly changed
Right.
or vanished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how did you react to that?
It's a big question. It's a good one though.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good way to kind of think about these four characters that we meet in the book.
Okay.
Sniff, Scurry, Hem, and Haw. Each one of those is like a different way that people respond to change.
Okay. I like that. Okay, let's start with Sniff and Scurry.
Okay, the mice.
The mice. They seem pretty simple.
Yeah, all instinct.
Right.
Like, cheese is gone. Okay, no problem. Let's go find some new cheese. Boom.
Yeah. Like do you know people in your life who are like that?
Oh, yeah.
Just like, always, on to the next thing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all know a Sniff or a Scurry out there. Maybe it's that coworker who's just like always on top of the new trends.
Right, yeah.
Or that friend who's just like constantly on an adventure.
Always looking for the next thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they just seem to roll with the changes.
They don't get stuck. Okay.
Nope.
So now contrast that with Hem and Haw. The little people.
Yeah. They're a little bit more like us,
Right.
a little bit more human.
More human, yeah.
Get stuck in their heads a bit more. Overthinking everything.
Oh, yeah.
Resisting change.
Oh, I know those people.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Hem and Haw are like the kings of denial and procrastination.
Yeah.
They just cling to the way things were.
Yeah.
They hope things will go back to the good old days.
Right. Hoping for that cheese to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever found yourself kind of doing that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I know I have.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so easy to just get caught in that trap.
Totally. And the book, I think it really does a good job of showing us how frustrating that is.
Yeah.
And really how pointless it is,
Right. You're not getting anywhere.
Exactly. So let's dive into the story itself a little bit here. We've got these four characters, right?
Huh.
They all start out happy,
Yeah.
content at Cheese Station C.
Okay.
They've got all this abundance. It's like their little haven.
Perfect.
But then one day, the cheese disappears.
Uh-oh.
Right?
And that's where the real test starts, right?
Exactly. That's where it gets interesting.
Like, what do you do when that happens? And like you said, Sniff and Scurry.
Oh, they don't waste any time.
They're like, "Oop," immediately put on those little running shoes and they're off
Out into the maze.
to find new cheese.
New cheese. Gotta find it.
They know it's out there somewhere.
Yeah. But Hem and Haw, on the other hand,
Yeah.
they just freeze up.
Oh, no.
Totally paralyzed
Yeah.
by this change. They spend days, weeks even, complaining, blaming each other.
Oh, they're fighting now.
Yeah. Just hoping that cheese will magically reappear.
Right.
It's funny because they're so focused on what they've lost.
Yeah.
They can't even imagine what else is out there.
Right. They can't even see the future.
Yeah.
They can't even see it.
And this is where I think the parable, it starts to really hit home for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Because who hasn't felt that? Like
Yeah.
that loss, that confusion,
Yeah.
when something that you depended on changed.
Absolutely. It could be a job, could be the end of a relationship, even just like changes with your health.
Right, yeah.
Those moments, they're tough. They're challenging.
And it's so easy to fall into that same trap as Hem and Haw, right?
Totally. Just that denial, the resistance.
Yeah, yeah. But the cool thing is, who moved my cheese? It gives us a different way to look at things. It's saying, maybe instead of clinging to the past,
Yeah.
we can try to embrace this change.
Okay.
See it as an opportunity.
Yeah.
An opportunity for growth, for discovery.
Right. That's where Haw comes in.
Exactly. Haw's journey, it's inspiring.
Okay, so he eventually figures out he can't just sit around, right?
He can't.
Waiting for that cheese to magically reappear.
Not gonna happen.
Right? He's got to change too.
He's got to change.
So he does. He takes a deep breath,
Yeah.
overcomes his fear, and ventures out into that maze.
He does. He leaves him behind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big moment.
Big moment. And I think it's a big choice that we all got to make at some point too.
Right.
Are we going to stick with what's comfortable, even if it's not really working for us anymore?
Right.
Or are we going to be brave? Are we going to step into the unknown?
Right. Take a risk.
Take a risk.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary, but it can be good.
I mean, it's like Haw's journey,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good reminder that sometimes you got to let go of what you know to find something better.
Absolutely. It's not always easy, though, is it?
No, it's not. And I think Johnson does a good job in this book,
Yeah.
showing us how Haw struggles internally.
Totally.
As he's in the maze, he's got setbacks, he has doubts, he gets lost, frustrated.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Just like real life.
Right.
Yep.
And I think that's what makes this story
Yeah.
so relatable, because it doesn't, sugarcoat it.
Nope.
It doesn't say, oh, change is easy, it's fine.
Right.
No, it can be scary, it can be confusing, it
Yeah.
can be painful.
For sure.
But what's interesting
Yeah.
is how Haw starts to, change how he's thinking.
Yeah, his mindset shifts.
He starts to see the maze as a place of possibility,
Okay.
not just a prison.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember those messages he finds?
Oh, yeah, the handwriting on the wall.
Yeah, those little nuggets of wisdom.
Oh, they're so good.
I love those. They're like these little pep talks he gets.
Right when he needs them.
Yeah, just when he needs them.
And I think those can be good for us, too.
Absolutely.
In our lives.
Totally. Take that one. If you do not change, you can become extinct.
Ooh, that's a heavy one.
It's a powerful one, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like a reminder that, things are constantly changing.
Yeah.
The world's evolving. You got to keep up, or you get left behind.
Yeah.
Think about that in your own life,
Mhm.
What are some things that you might need to adapt to?
Right, to thrive.
Yeah, to thrive, exactly.
I think that one always reminds me I got to be curious. I got to be open to new ideas.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you just become stagnant.
absolutely. And then there's another one I love. What would you do if you weren't afraid?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's a challenge, right?
Yeah.
It's saying confront your fears.
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself, what could you do
Yeah.
if you weren't so scared?
Right. What's holding you back?
What's holding you back?
Mhm.
For a lot of people, it's fear of failing,
Yeah.
fear of what other people think,
Right.
or even fear of succeeding.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
But the story reminds us, if you can just get past those fears, incredible things can happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
And remember Sniff and Scurry, the mice?
Yeah.
They didn't overthink it.
Right.
They just followed their instincts. They kept moving.
Kept going.
That's a big part of it, I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take action.
Just start. Yeah.
Overcome those fears.
It's like that, what is it? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step or something?
That's it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Can't let fear freeze you.
Absolutely not. And speaking of steps, it's interesting how
Yeah.
he doesn't just follow the mice.
Right.
He finds his own way.
Okay.
He makes mistakes,
Mm.
but he finds his own path to new cheese.
I like that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because there's not one way to do it.
Nope. No one size fits all.
No.
What works for one person
Right.
might not work for someone else.
It's about finding what works for you.
Exactly. What fits your values, your goals.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means you got to try different things.
Right.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Maybe even fail a few times.
Fail. Yeah. But that's okay.
It's okay.
It's a part of the process.
Yeah, it's part of the process. It's not the opposite of success.
Right. It's part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like those messages say, when you move beyond your fear, you feel free.
A lot of that one.
Right. Imagining myself enjoying new cheese even before I find it leads me to it.
Ooh, visualization.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
It is powerful because if you can see yourself succeeding, feeling happy, it can really help.
You can.
Because it's all about your mindset.
Absolutely. Our beliefs, our expectations, they really do shape what happens to us.
So what, as you think about your journey through the maze,
Yeah.
what new cheese are you picturing?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah.
What would make you feel accomplished,
Yeah.
joyful, fulfilled?
Yeah.
And here's another thing to think about.
Okay.
What are some small steps that you can take, even today,
Right.
to start moving towards that?
Yeah. You don't have to do everything at once.
Nope. Change doesn't have to be this massive thing.
Small changes, gradual progress.
That's it. Small adjustments.
Yeah.
Little choices.
And I love that, Haw, he doesn't just find new cheese. He finds new kinds of cheese.
Yeah.
Like things he's never even tasted before.
I love that. That's such a good metaphor. It's
Yeah.
like change opens up all these possibilities that you never even knew existed.
That you wouldn't have even considered if you'd just stayed where you were.
Exactly. It's like stepping into a whole new cheese shop.
Oh, I like that.
All these amazing flavors and textures.
You're making me hungry.
Right, just waiting to be explored.
Yeah.
And that's what excites me about change, It's a chance to learn about yourself, discover new talents, new passions.
Yeah.
You might not even know you have those things.
Right.
Until you try something new.
Okay, so we've been through the maze with Sniff and Scurry, Hem and Haw.
We have.
And, we've learned a lot, I think, about how we deal with change.
We have, yeah.
But, how do we actually use all this?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do we apply this to our own lives? How do we become more like those mice,
The adaptable ones.
the ones who just go with it?
Right, and not so much like Hem and Haw.
Yeah, not the cheese clingers.
Not the cheese clingers, exactly. So, where do we even start?
Well, I think, who moved my cheese? It gives us a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
But it's up to each of us to really, take those lessons.
Personalize them.
Yeah, personalize them and actually do something with them.
Right. It's not just about reading the book.
Right.
It's about taking action.
Exactly.
So what can we do?
Well, first thing, ask yourself, who do you relate to the most in this story?
Yeah, which character?
Yeah. Are you a Sniff, always on the lookout for change?
Yeah.
Are you a Scurry, ready to jump into action?
Ready to go? Yeah.
Or are you more of a Hem, just digging your heels in, resisting?
Or maybe a bit of all of them.
Probably a bit of all of them, honestly.
Depending on the day. Yeah, it depends what's going on.
I know I could be a Hem.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially when I'm feeling comfy.
Oh, yeah. When things are good, it's easy to just want things to stay the same.
Right. But this book reminds us.
Yeah.
Change happens.
It does, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, the cheese is always moving. Always moving.
One way or another.
So how do we avoid getting stuck?
Yeah, how do we not be at that empty cheese station?
Empty cheese station, nobody wants that.
No.
Well, first, I think you got to be aware.
Okay.
You got to see the signs.
The signs.
That the cheese might be getting old.
Okay.
What's going on at work?
Yeah.
Are your relationships changing?
Yeah.
Is your whole industry transforming?
Ooh, big one.
Yeah, you gotta be a cheese connoisseur.
Okay, I like that.
You gotta have a refined palate for change.
I could do that.
Notice those little details that other people might miss.
Okay.
And then once you're aware, you gotta accept it.
Accept it, yeah.
Let go of this idea that things should stay the same.
Right.
Because they won't.
They don't.
Change is gonna happen.
It is.
It's how we deal with it that matters.
Right, so we can either resist or embrace it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See it as a chance to learn, to grow, maybe even have an adventure.
I like that.
Right. It's about changing that question from, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
To what can I learn from this?
That's a good reframe.
It's a powerful one. And then you got to take action.
Take action.
Do something.
What kind of action?
Anything. What can you do? Even a small thing to adapt to what's going on around you.
Right.
Maybe take a class to learn some new skills.
Yeah.
Have a real conversation with someone you care about.
Yeah.
Or even just explore some new possibilities in your life.
I like that it doesn't have to be this big, huge thing.
Nope.
Just small steps.
Small steps, that's all it takes.
And the exciting part is when we embrace change, we open ourselves up to all these possibilities.
Totally. Remember how Haw finds those new cheeses?
Yeah, he's never even seen them before.
Never even tasted them.
Right?
Change can take us to places we never even imagined.
Places we never would have gone
Exactly.
if we'd stayed put.
So, as you're going through your own life, your own maze, remember what we learned from Who Moved My Cheese?
Stay alert. Embrace the unknown.
Yeah, and be brave. Keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward, yeah.
You never know what amazing new cheese you might find.
You might be surprised.
You might be very surprised.
Okay, well, until next time, everybody.
Happy cheese hunting.
Happy cheese hunting!